So with thanks to my latest Patreon supporter, Philip Walker, I bring you the very first Commodore 64 game reviewed on this channel. I'd asked Phil what game he'd like to see covered, and you know it's going to be interesting with the words, "if you want a challenge," turning up in the sentence. "I always enjoy a challenge," I said with confidence. "Thank you, and I'm sorry," was the response. I can safely say that these are the words of someone who knows exactly what they've done. The Fabulous Wanda and the Secret of Life, the Universe and Everything, hereto referred to as the Fabulous Wanda because I haven't got all day, is a game that takes clear inspiration from Douglas Adams' classic novel, The Da Vinci Code. No, wait, Dan Brown's classic novel, Bravo 20. The game throws us straight into a lump of text which reads, "You are travelling alone, looking for good times in a one-man unarmed vessel. You are getting pretty bored. You are a very long way from home and approaching an unfamiliar part of the universe." And then this happens. The Federation Patrolman Brutus demands your name before continuing. "It's just not your day. My orders are to destroy any alien vessel attempting to enter this area. You may escape this fate only by completing a task for me. If you refuse to cooperate, you will be destroyed. So, will you do as I say?" Now, obviously I chose no. I'm not about to let a crude blue spaceship tell me what to do. We're confronted with a screen that will become all too familiar as you attempt to play Fabulous Wanda. You have a chance to activate your space-time continuum to return to the start of the journey. This is essentially a game over screen, and your space-time continuum is a game reset. This time, I decide to comply with Big Bad Brutus, and he takes us along to the planet Copus. You're tasked with beaming down to the planet in order to find the Fabulous Wanda. And this is where the game's narrative starts to veer pretty abruptly into strange territory. Wanda is described as a humanoid female who has only once been known to divulge the secret. There is believed to be only one way to obtain the secret from Wanda. Unfortunately, the last man to get the secret inexplicably died after revealing that the Fabulous Wanda told him the secret of life, the universe and everything after a particularly satisfying experience. Now, at this point, if you've got a level of puberty under your belt, you'll probably notice that things are a little innuendo-y. The game in general has a weird relationship with sex. If you weren't quite sure before, though, Wanda's Federation file certainly hammers the point home. Yeah. We're then teleported down to the planet's surface and immediately run into problems. The teleport taxman demands 100 space dollars from us, known here as klebs. We have no klebs. We are given the option of asking a lady for help or playing a video game. Shit, I get to play video games in a video game. Well, that's clearly the option to go for. Luckily for us, someone has left some credits in the machine, and it pays out a cash prize of 1,000 klebs. The stars have aligned. Even luckier, the game is incredibly easy, and I get the impression that should this game exist in real life, the developers would go bankrupt pretty damn soon. You're tasked with moving a finger left and right. You must avoid the vampires and pick up the money. The weird thing is, touching the money doesn't quite work right. You have to hit the square above where the money actually is in order to pick it up. The vampires, while numerous, don't really cause an issue because everything just poots along at a relatively slow pace. With that done, we paid the taxman his 100 klebs and we've got 900 to spare. We head down to Main Street to see what delights are in store, and Jesus Christ, what a dump. There are 4 establishments to choose from: the Space Out Inn, Lucky Zaphod's Casino, Juicy Lucy's Bar and Paddy O'Spacey Bar. Riding high from my success on the unlosable jackpot game, I decide to try my hand at Zaphod's. Here we get a simple game of higher or lower. We choose how much to bet and try to successfully guess 4 cards in a row. After winning a £100 bet, I put my money where my mouth is and end up losing 500. And then the sunk cost fallacy kicks in and I end up losing everything else in my possession. With no klebs left, we're unceremoniously arrested for vagrancy and deported back to Brutus. After angrily shouting at us, we're back where we started at the beginning of the game. Well, things didn't go too well there. This time, instead of hitting the games machine, I decide to ask the lady for help. It becomes pretty obvious straight away that the nice lady is a prostitute, and on hearing I have no klebs... So, the game is basically our only option. Once that's out of the way, I decide I haven't learnt my lesson at all and I hit the casino once more. I figure that cash is going to be a deciding factor in this game and utilise my power of emulated save scumming to show this dealer who's boss. With over 14,000 klebs safely tucked away in my back pocket, I head back to Main Street and... well, this is where things get weird. It doesn't take too long to realise that your choices in the Fabulous Wanda don't really amount to anything. Everything you attempt to do either leaves you penniless on the streets and subsequently arrested, or nothing happens. And it's all done with a light sprinkling of weird casual racism. The illusion of choice is most apparent in Juicy Lucy's. You're given a choice of 4 beautiful girls, and no matter which girl you pick, the exact same outcome occurs. They ask for 2,000 klebs to take you to Wanda. You're taken down a dark alleyway to meet her, and then she says,
"So, you seek the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. You come to me with X klebs and you expect me to tell you. You should know by now. Now get out, earthling pig."
A bouncer then kicks you out, takes all your money, and you're arrested for vagrancy. You'll soon come to realise that no matter how many klebs you have lining your pockets, the outcome is always the same. There is no way to beat Fabulous Wanda in the traditional sense. The game is essentially a meta discussion on the futility of trying to reap fictional rewards. The game is telling you, no, you can't find the secrets to life, the universe, and everything in this game. That's impossible. You're an idiot for trying. The illusion of choice is what the game is built on. It's not so much a game, more a lesson taught. It is without conclusion by design, and as such, it's one I've had to mull over as to whether I recommend it or not. I thought about it for a good while. I've wondered as to whether a game that removes your agency really is a game at all. I've wondered whether a game that waffles on so incoherently and without any direct point, is that a game that could ever be considered a worthy part of someone's collection? If a game or any other form of media provides a question but doesn't provide an answer, has it done its duty? Is The Fabulous Wanda a good game? Is it something I'd recommend you to play? Is it something worth experiencing? Well, let me put it this way.